What's up, YouTube? Right now I'm here with YouTube sensation, megastar, wrestling, ultra, universal god, Phoenix Nitro. What's up, bro?
That's a lot of adjectives and nouns and verbs. Maybe?
I don't think I put a verb in there, but it's okay.
It's all right. You know, I'm not an English professor, but hello.
Hi. How are you?
How are you, VYBE member Malcolm?
I'm chilling, man. I mean, DPW was last night. DPW Fire Volume 3.
Which is why my voice is shot, because I was hooting and hollering all night long.
What were some of your favorite matches from the show?
Absolutely, number one comes to mind, Jay Malachi versus Calvin Tankman. I think Jay Malachi, that kid is 18 years old, and I say that with all respect in the world. He took a beating from Calvin Tankman, but that crowd gave him a standing ovation at the end of the night, and it was absolutely crazy.
Yeah, that and like Bojack and Diego.
Bojack and Diego was insane, and then you had Takeshita versus Adam Brooks as well. And that was, bro, top to bottom. There was no bad matches on that card. Go out of your way to watch DPW Fire Volume 3 as they come to YouTube over at Deadlock Pro on YouTube. Johnny, Pulse, Tony, call me with the plug. Thank you.
Have you ever thought about being like a voice actor? Because I feel like you could
I've done it, yeah. I've done voice acting work, yeah.
For what?
There's a thing called Caught on Camera that I did on YouTube. There was one for like a fortnight. I don't know if I can actually say this on your channel. Okay. So there's actually a video of that I voice acted on that ended up on if you want to bleep it, you can, on Pornhub.
Oh.
And it had over 14 million views. And at the very
did I forget to say porn star, mega ultra superstar?
All right. At the very beginning of the video, the girl and the guy are talking, and the girl is watching a Fortnite video, and it's my voice that you hear on it, and I'm like, that's kind of weird, bro. But at the same time, I was like, 14 mil. What can I say?
I mean, shoot, how much of that money did you see though? Good amount.
I didn't see any of the money, but I did see. Well, all right, we're not gonna go into that.
All right, fine. How did you start on YouTube? Well, what was your beginning story? I know it's kind of a long question.
Like consistently on YouTube, or like in general?
Let's just start like first ever video. First time you're like, yeah, I'm gonna pick up a camera and try it.
First ever video was like 2008 or 2009.
That's early.
Yeah, maybe even 07. I was on Windows Movie Maker, and I made draft videos for my action figure fed with like my figures. I like set them up in drafts. I made actual like little Windows Movie Makers where their Titantron would play on the left side, a little graphic would be on the right. Looked horrible, but I uploaded that for like 3 months probably of just videos like that. Longest draft in the history of drafts, let me tell you. But that's probably where I started. In terms of like my YouTube, like Phoenix Nitro on YouTube, I started doing a video game called Total Extreme Wrestling. I just realized I'm not looking at you, I'm just looking dead into the
You can look at whatever you want, bro, it doesn't matter.
So I played TW, Total Extreme Wrestling. It's kind of like a booking game, like a booking simulator. I played that from like 2016 to like 2017-ish. And then I got really big into Fire Pro Wrestling on YouTube. And then the new Fire Pro Wrestling game came out, Fire Pro Wrestling World. And then I did a little bit of that on YouTube as well. And then when WWE2K came out, that's when I started doing my actual like stuff that people know me for.
For sure. You say you had like a pig fed?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I started off doing one of those as well. What was like the name of yours?
So AFW. Can you guess what AFW stands for?
All Figure Wrestling.
Close. Action figure wrestling, because it's even more generic than all figure wrestling.
See, mine was called Digital Championship Wrestling.
Oh, that's cool, digital, actually. You know? And you did DC.
Yeah, exactly.
And you could have like the DC look. See,
I didn't even
big brain over here.
I'm about to go back to doing that shit.
You know,
who was like your like champion? Because when I did mine, I had Ezekiel Jackson was my world heavyweight champion because I love Zeke so much.
There's so many that I could probably like. I think my favorite champion that I had was Paul London as the world champion, and then I also really liked whenever I had Elijah Burke. Elijah Burke comes to mind right away. The Pope.
I mean, he just challenged for a world title recently at NWA against Matt Cardona.
He did.
I mean, you never know. He can always go back to it. But, all right, so you do your pick fed. Where did you get the name Phoenix Nitro? Like, what's the story behind that?
So, it's really not, I get asked this all the time. It's really not as creative as people want to make it. They're like, you really like WCW. Nah, I really don't. Well,
I was actually about to say
lie.
that too.
That's a lie. I actually do like WCW, but it's not from WCW. It's not from John Morrison or Johnny Nitro.
Did Phoenix come from the Phoenix Splash?
No.
Jesus.
Have you ever heard the story of how Donald Glover came up with Childish Gambino?
No, I haven't.
So Donald Glover went to the Wu-Tang Clan name generator, typed in Donald Glover, and Childish Gambino popped up. I went to the pro wrestling name generator in 2008 and typed in my real name, Dalton Derrick, and then it popped up Phoenix Nitro. And I was like, that's way better than the name I'm using right now in my backyard wrestling.
Who's your backyard wrestling?
X, which is funny. Yeah, me and X talk about that a lot. So that's how Phoenix Nitro came to be. It's weird though, because like none of the generators that I used work anymore. Okay. So like if you go to the pro wrestling name generator now and you type in my name, it's not gonna pop up Phoenix Nitro. But go to a name generator, type in your name, find out what it is, and comment it down below. What is your wrestling name gonna be?
Yo, that's high key interesting. I'm trying to see what mine would be, because like I got Muscle Malcolm just off of John Cena being stupid.
Well, I mean that.
Yeah, I've worked out once or twice.
Me too.
How much you bench?
Yeah,
a lot.
2 Pepsis, you know what I'm saying? Just 2 Pepsis.
One of them empty. That's kind of off balance. Your muscles ain't good to grow as well. But that's okay. That's okay.
All right, specifics.
I mean, it's all good. No worries. So you got the name. Why did you start using like 2K content? Why is that like your main thing?
I mean, I just always really liked the WWE wrestling games, to be honest. Because Aaron or SimplyBetterAM, I've known him since 2010. I was a youngin. Like I was like,
it's a long time. Hold on, that just clicked in my head for a minute.
Me and Aaron have known each other for a long time because we met on SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 online doing call shows where you like have your character and you promo as them and you like do matches where like you try to actually have good matches and stuff with other people. And Aaron will rib me to it to this day about like me calling my guy Mr. Intercontinental Chuck Davidson. Horrible name.
Yeah.
Horrible name. Yeah, but I called myself Mr. Intercontinental because I was in the Intercontinental Championship tournament. I got jobbed out by our boy James in 2 minutes because he played competitive and he whooped my ass, bro. And Mr. Intercontinental never got the Intercontinental title. But Aaron was doing WWE2K content from 2K15 on Twitch. He started his YouTube around 2K17-ish, and then he had been telling me to do it back on 2K18, and I just never did. And then on 2K19, he was like, as it was coming out, he was like, you need to do this. You would be really good at this. So I was like, all right, whatever. And I just jumped in the deep end, uploading 3 videos a day for about a month straight.
3 a day. Wait,
3
hold
a day.
on. I thought you said a week at first.
No,
a day.
A day, bro. I was.
How do you even get views that way? That's like that's oversaturating.
Because it was my career. It's the story mode. So I had. If Chris Danker or if Brandon BDE or if Dankops if they uploaded say 1 my career video or 2 my career videos, then a day, that's where they're at in their story. I'm uploading 3, so I'm going further in the story than they are, so I'm capitalizing on the new views of the later parts of the story since it's linear. So I finished my career on, I'm so hard not to say My Rise now that they changed the name of it. I finished my career within like a week or 2. And I also AJ Kirsch, you know who that is? Yeah, so AJ Kirsch, the reason why I started doing 3 a day instead of 2 a day, the day the game came out, he was like, hey, can anybody upload a video of this part of the story without commentary on it? And I was like, I mean, that was gonna be the next video anyway, so I just put it out without commentary over. Like I deleted my commentary track, and then he retweeted it. He tweeted it out like 3 or 4 times. It helped me get an early boost. And I just really wanted to start making money on my channel as quick as I could. So the game came out October. I got monetized the first week or second week of December.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy crap. So who's like some of the biggest names that like reached out to you so far since you started this whole like YouTube stuff?
In terms of like
who's up in the DMs right now? You can spill it. You already told me one of them. I'm not gonna say it, but I'm gonna let you say it.
I don't know if I want to. Well, I mean, you know, Chris Hero popped in my DMs the other day, and I lost my mind. But it was awesome. It was like that, bro. If you would have told a 10-year-old Dalton, or a 12-year-old Dalton, or a 14-year-old Dalton, or a 20-year-old Dalton, hey, Chris Hero one day is gonna be in your DMs, I'd be like, no. In terms of like content and like wanting to do content with me and stuff though, I'd probably say the biggest person probably would have been Brandon. I mean, like in terms of like creator, Brandon completely put me on. BDE, Brandon does everything. Yeah. The infamous "I'm coming on you" clip will live with me forever, but it is what it is. But yeah, Brandon put me on immediately, and then with the way we started vibing and everything like that. And on top of that, because of that, it led to me being able to interact with these people that I've been watching for years. Like I tell everybody that I can talk to, CM Pulse is 100% the #1 influence for all of my stuff. 100%. Like I can see that. I was so big on Pulse growing up, man. I loved Pulse's stuff. I try not to say it as much anymore to him because like I don't want him to feel old, but I remember, bro. I was in middle school. Every morning before I would go to school, I would watch one of his W13 videos as he would upload them. And I would watch them before I left for school that morning in middle school. So I've been watching him since I was in middle school. And now, like, I'm blessed enough to be able to, like, interact with him, collab with him, and, like, just do cool, like, stuff and, like, have conversations, like, at DPW, which DPW Fire, Volume 3. Make sure you watch it on YouTube. Deadlock Pro Wrestling. You can hear this guy interviewing a lot of great talent.
Amazing talent, actually. Like, he's one of the best talent in North Carolina in the entire scene. I was about to ask you, like, who are some of the people you grew up watching? Was it just Pulse or was anyone else?
Pulse, Tony Pizza Guy, which is funny because like me and
basically all three of them.
Yeah, and then like obviously Johnny and New Legacy. Yeah. Aaron and I laugh about it all the time. I hated Tony, not like legit hate, but like I hated Tony for years because he would like, since he was like one of the most popping people at the time, he would get to play the game before anybody else, and he would do like these early videos on WWE 12, 13, etc. And he would never know how to navigate universe mode, and it would make me so mad because I'm like, bro, you're getting this opportunity. Why don't you know how to go to this edit superstars? Why are you not showing this? Like what? And now obviously being in the position where I've done early content, I know how the system works, and I know like you're so rushed that it's not that you don't know how to do it, it's that you don't have time to do it. So it's like, it's just funny how everything kind of full circles. But like other than like the WWE people, like somebody I really enjoyed growing up was Uber Haxernova and like the Creatures, which were like these Minecraft YouTubers. And Uber Haxernova actually did like a collab with Tony Pizza Guy back on SVR 2011, way back. That was kind of like the first ever big collab in the WWE game scene. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
I want to pivot a little bit. So what was like the starting or formation of VYBE? I know I'm a part of it, but I have no idea how you even started.
The craziest thing about VYBE is that January 2019, Brandon messages Aaron, because me and Brandon weren't cool at the time. We were mutuals, but like we weren't like overly like friendly or anything like that. But like we were mutuals when we followed each other and we liked each other, but it was like we weren't like talking or anything. Cause like I have this weird thing about me where I don't like hitting up people that are like bigger than me. In terms, because I feel like it comes off as me just wanting to use their clout or whatever. I don't like hitting people up like that. I'd rather it be more genuine. But Brandon hit up Aaron because Brandon and Aaron were cool with each other, and Brandon was like, hey, I want to move out. I want to have a group house on YouTube. Would you be down to be in it? And Aaron immediately was like, yes. Aaron messages me immediately and was like, oh my God, bro, look at what just happened. Because me and Aaron have been talking about something like that for like 2 years at that point. And then Brandon messages Aaron and goes, would your boy Dalt be down to join as well? And Aaron messages me and I go, yeah, immediately. Within 2 weeks after that conversation, we had the house.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
So
it happened so fast.
Who else is gonna join VYBE soon?
You never know, man. People think that we stop adding people, but like it's not the fact that we stop adding people. It's more so that we're trying to build a solid foundation now because we realized we were adding too many people without there being a foundation, so then people got lost in the shuffle. Because the one thing that always irks me a little bit is people don't realize like you're in VYBE, Abdullah's in VYBE, X3 is in VYBE, or Zeri High Life is in VYBE, like, and Deontay DDJ is in VYBE. Like people don't realize it, and it's not because like it's not our fault. It's just we don't do content with y'all, which that's why we're trying to build this foundation now to like start working y'all into everything. And once we get that done, one. I would love to add new people all the time. If I had to say like I had one person like I would love in VYBE, like right now, like if you put a gun to my head and we're like, hey, add somebody new, I think the number one person that would come to mind that I watch is Murph's YT13.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Ozzy, oi. I love Murph's, man. Murph's would be awesome in VYBE.
Who's your least favorite VYBE member? Why is it Deontay?
It is Deontay.
Good.
Because it's Sid the Sloth, and that's all day, every day.
Good, I just want to make sure.
You know Sid from Ice Age?
Yeah.
Deontay.
Yeah. Hey, he said it, not me. I'm just the interview.
Hey. It's all love, but Deontay be speaking ill of my name in this GM scene, so I'm just saying, I'm a better GM than you are, Deontay DDJ, all day, every day. And now he's gonna have a title. He's gonna have a title now.
Yeah.
Phoenix Nitro calls out Deontay DDJ.
Exactly.
And it's gonna get every ounce of views that you get when you clickbait my name in your videos, Deontay. So, I'm just saying.
Yikes. I don't even know where to go after that. Okay, let's pivot again and let's talk about this whole 2K Creators. How does that happen?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, you're like a 2K, or what's the...
Oh, the 2K makers?
Yes, there we go.
Oh, I mean, that's kind of like a relatively new thing where like 2K, like how EA has like game changers and like people that work alongside like inside of the 2K bubble or whatever, like it's kind of a new thing that happened within like 2 years ago. We were in it for like 2 years before it went public a year ago. I mean, it's the nature of the beast. Once you get to a certain point, they like reach out to you, and if they see that your content is in a favorable position, they'll want to do shit with you. So like, people ask me all the time, like, how do you become one or anything like that? I mean, my biggest thing that I always say to people is consistency.
Word.
Consistency on YouTube is the most important part, and consistency does not mean upload every single day. Consistency can mean, it doesn't mean upload every other day. It doesn't mean upload once a week. Consistency is what you make it. If you want to upload only once every other week, that's still consistent if you hit every single time you're supposed to hit, because then you build up a trust with your audience where your audience will then tune in. I try to do every other day. I used to do daily. It makes your brain go
burns out.
100% burns you out. But it's mainly like, I don't know. I think it's a big 50-50 thing with me with the 2K stuff, because I don't know if you've seen it or not. I had so many death threats, bro, from people this year on 2K22 because me, Aaron, and Brandon got flown out by 2K back in January. We were the first 3 to ever play WWE2K22. And we
fancy.
Just a little bit. And we got to sit there with Christina Damn Fam and Lionel Jinx, and we got to like play the game. We got to tell them certain things. We got to fix certain things. If it was not for us, I can 100% say that highlight reel and instant replays would not have been fixed, because we noticed it and we immediately called it out to them, and we're like, yeah, this gotta change, bro. Like, it can't be like 2K20 anymore. And thankfully it did get changed. But because of that, we got to talk about our first impressions of the game in January. So from January until the game came out and people saw that it was actually pretty fun to play, people thought that we were just capping, that we were just riding 2K, that we were just like, oh no, they're next makers, so they don't have a real opinion, even though I'm the guy on 2K20 while working with 2K and being a next maker that said, hey, don't buy this game, it sucks. Like, I have a whole video saying W2K20 or W2K, do not buy W2K20.
So the reaction to that, you do that video, what's 2K's response to you, like basically calling their game ass?
So
there's no way they could have taken that well.
I don't think I've ever talked about this publicly.
All right, good.
So on W2K20, I made a series of tweets when the first DLC dropped, because it was horrible, and I tweeted stuff like, because I was very furious, and I tweeted fuck 2K, and I tweeted like, it was like a series of tweets like that, like fuck 2K, why the fuck is this shit like this, why would 2K drop a thing in this state, blah blah blah. I get a phone call the next morning from, at the time, the community manager, and they were like, hey, look, man, have your opinions, but can you not say fuck 2K, please? And I was like, alright, I see what you mean. Like, y'all do be doing some stuff for me, so like, maybe I shouldn't say fuck 2K. He was like, don't have, like, you have your negative opinion. Like, don't do not ever think our opinions are paid off or anything like that, because we have
I thought it was paid off, honestly. Yeah.
We have honest opinions and everything like that. And thankfully, we're allowed to have that. We're allowed to have that freedom to have that honesty. The thing that screws it up for people like me, who is very honest, is there are certain creators that are out there that do work with 2K that very much just gloss over stuff, and they would rather ride or die with 2K rather than actually speak their truth, which I've never agreed with. At the end of the day, I will always put forth that if it were not for the community that I built up, then I wouldn't get the 2K deal anyways. Why would I lie to my community and tell them that, hey, this is bad, this is bad, this is good, this is good, this is good, when this is awful? Like, I never want to do that. That's why I rarely take brand deals or anything like that. If I don't believe in something, I'm not gonna. I feel like my community trusts me, and I trust my community, and I don't want to ruin that trust. So that's why, like, I'm very protective over what happens within that space.
For sure, I was waiting to see like some Blue Chew ads, but just never popped up on your channel.
You know, if I had a more adult-oriented audience,
I mean, you're already on Pornhub, might as well at this point.
You know, I mean, like, it probably would have worked pretty well. I could have done a logo flip with Phoenix Nitro, and you know, it did. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I mean, if y'all want to, you know, if you hit me up, I might. Who knows?
He's ready for Blue Chew. Pause. But all right, so I was gonna ask at one point, how do you grow a YouTube channel? But I think you kind of answered that. So what are like your goals on YouTube? Like, what's up next for you?
Right now, I really want to have another silver plat, because VYBE hit over 100,000 subscribers. We're at like 130, 25, something like that. My YouTube channel, my solo channel, my personal channel, Phoenix Nitro, is at 82, 83,000 subscribers, something like that. So my biggest goal right now is I want to hit 100K subscribers on that channel by August 29th, which is my birthday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I really want to hit that. I want to have 2 silver plaques in the background. Obviously, I want to hit 1 million one day and get that gold plaque. But for now, the biggest one that I'm working towards is hitting that silver plaque. In terms of like the YouTube thing overall, again, Pulse being one of my biggest influences, I really want to run a wrestling show one day. I really want to.
You need to interview, I'm just saying.
You know, I mean, you know, I would probably have to call J Rose. Nah.
Just bye.
Nah, but like I would love to run a wrestling show one day. That's my biggest dream. It's always been my biggest dream. Like in terms of a real company, not like the in-house wrestling we did on VYBE that one time. Like, I want to do a real thing, very similar to DPW. Hopefully that can come to fruition one day. But at the moment, short-term goal is 100K subscribers by August 29th. With YouTube now implementing gifted members, I want to start streaming a lot more again, and hopefully can build up a lot of more members on my channel and stuff like that. But aside from that, I mean, I think I haven't done everything that I wanted to do in terms of the WWE2K space, but like, it's starting to get to the point where like, I'm really hitting a lot of stuff I never thought I would do, in terms of like, I never thought that I would do that trip in January whenever I got flown out alongside Brandon and Aaron, and we were the first 3 to ever play the game. I never thought that I would have a sit down with Lionel Jinx. I never thought I would have a sit down with 2K like devs. Like, I never thought that would happen. I was at the 2K studio, bro. Like, that's crazy. I shouldn't be at the 2K studio.
Yes,
like,
you should. Give yourself some credit,
bro. Give yourself some credit. Come on. Nah, cause like, it's just crazy to think about that, bro. Cause like, I've been playing the games for so long, so like, getting to do stuff like that is insane, and like milestones like that are nutty. So it's hard for me to like sometimes think of like short-term goals. A big short-term goal I do have, though, not short-term, but like, I really want a video on my channel to hit 1 mil. Like, I really want a 1 million viewed video, which I think my top viewed video right now is like 350K or something like that.
It's pretty good.
No, yeah, it's very, very good. And like, I think I can hit 1 mil 100%. So like, it's just striking while the iron is hot and all that type of mumbo jumbo.
All right, rapid fire. Just wrap this thing up. So, dream collab. Who is it?
Pulse.
Got you. Favorite wrestler? Basic question, but
Chris Hero.
Okay. Thoughts on Dakota getting released?
I cannot wait for King Coda to show up at DPW, hopefully.
DPW? Don't think she's going to be the Joker in AEW?
I mean,
she can do both.
I think, I don't know when this is going to come out. I think the Joker facing Britt Baker is going to be Candice LeRae, because Britt Baker is the student basically of Candice LeRae, and Candice's contract expired, and that means she can just show up when the fuck ever, and I would lose my mind if Candice LeRae came back to actual wrestle, because people forget Candice LeRae is a banger wrestler, bro.
Oh, she is, of course.
So good.
Favorite world champion in wrestling right now?
Right now?
Of all the world champions. No indie guys though. Give me like TV people. That way everyone knows who it is. No disrespect, but
I really like Sasha Fresh. I like that good old champion down in Spokane, Tennessee. Hangman Adam Page's title run, I think, has been really fun. I'm not really a fan of WWE anymore like that. I don't really watch WWE like that. I would say I don't really watch the NWA product, but I'm really big on Cardona's run since he left WWE, so I'd say Cardona as well.
I was about to say Cardona's the top.
Yeah, probably Hangman or Cardona.
Word. And finally, favorite wrestling promotion right now?
DPW. 100%.
Good. That was like the answer you have to give.
100%. I mean, at DPW, you got amazing talent like the Beast King, Chase Holiday, and his boy, Sean Kemp. You got amazing talent like Calvin Tankman. You got amazing talent like Bojack. You got amazing talent like Diego Hill. The best of North Carolina, also with a mix of some of the best around the U.S. and the best around the world. When you got people like Takeshka, when you got people like Adam Brooks coming in, you got people on the last shows like Ryu Mizunami. You have so many great talent that comes into DPW and the atmosphere. It's really hard to explain when you're in the building. I've always dreamed of going to PWG in Reseda, California, and I can never do that because that building is gone. However, I feel like if you transplanted that energy and put it into North Carolina, that's what DPW is. If you put the ECW arena in North Carolina at the peak of ECW, I feel like that's what DPW is. Everybody wants DPW to succeed. Everybody in that crowd is a hot atmosphere, and that is what, in my honest opinion, makes wrestling the best it can ever be, is when a crowd is absolutely hot. I will never forget, as long as the eye can see, and when you see it, you will know what I mean. Calvin Tankman versus Jay Malachi is one of the best fan interactions I've ever had in my life. Me and J-Rose going crazy for Tankman. You have Malachi's dudes on the left side going crazy for Malachi. And I've never been to a sports game, but I feel like if I ever did, that's the energy that got brought. Is we were going crazy for Tankman, they were going crazy for Malachi. And at the end of that match, an 18-year-old prodigy was made a star. It was banging, bro. Let me tell you, you got to go out of your way to see that match. I'm not going to spoil who won or who lost. You got to find out for yourself. DPW Fire Volume 3. Once again, Deadlock Pro Wrestling. We love the Deadlock guys. We love DPW. And you know what? I'm not even going to really plug my own stuff. Just go follow the Deadlock stuff. You know where to find me. Phoenix Nitro.
Yeah, I was about to ask you where you can find you on social media, but I think you kind of just said it as well.
Phoenix Nitro everywhere, you know? I got multiple channels.
Well, there you go. Phoenix Nitro. Porn star, mega star, ultra wrestling superstar, Muscle Man Malcolm, just a guy that talks. But make sure to like, comment, share, and always subscribe, and we're out.
We going up like 1,000. I'm a flex just like a Muscle Man Malcolm. We going up like 1,000. I'm a flex just like a Muscle Man Malcolm. When it just like 1, 2, 3. If you like the channel, this will squeeze. If you like the channel, this will squeeze. If you like the channel, this will squeeze.